It's been a tough week at work. Last Wednesday and Thursday alone, I sat through 7 different meetings. That's 7 each day. For an introvert like me, that's a special kind of nightmare, especially 2 days in a row. Meanwhile, my inbox kept filling up with at least 20 questions and requests about an event I'm leading. I've tried to block out time to recharge and work, but urgent emails, messages, notifications, and more meetings have clamored for my attention. It has left me feeling frazzled and overwhelmed, wondering if I'd ever catch up or if I'd drop something important in this endless juggle. Now, I've never met either of my grandfathers, but I do have a grandfather figure whom I turn to for advice. His name is Lucius Annaeus Seneca. Yes, that's Seneca. You're probably thinking I'm crazy right now to think of a man who lived 2,000 years ago as my grandfather. But please bear with me. You see, I love reading or listening to Seneca's letters to Lucilius, which are helpfully compiled into a book called Letters from a Stoic. Seneca offers timeless guidance on the art of living a purposeful life, from how to spend time wisely, how to find inner peace and quiet when everything around you is chaotic, and even how to endure pain and face death with courage. Seneca's obviously long dead, but given I find solace in his letters, it's fun to think of what counsel he might have given me. My dear child, your flailing mind is afflicted by the many commitments you have undertaken. Just as a plant that is constantly moved, a mind that is constantly flitting from one thing to another would never grow strong. You are right in thinking that stillness is the cure, though not merely physical stillness, for a human being is not a plant. What you must do is unburden yourself of most commitments. Others may notice your competence and, to convenience themselves, offload their burdens for you to carry out. But you wouldn't take their warts and bunions now, would you? Take stock of what you have taken upon yourself. How do they measure against the value of your time? Or do you value your time so poorly that they must all matter at once? An ardent student of lady philosophy would value, above all, the time spent on focused study and reading, to question oneself and to cultivate true stillness. It was hard, but I took Pseudo-Seneca's advice and had an honest conversation with my boss. I didn't want to spend my evenings and weekends worrying about work, or worse, doing more work, because that's my precious time to do things I love, with people I love. We reviewed my objectives and tasks, and it was so helpful to negotiate timelines for some and deprioritize others. For the first time in a while, I felt I was in control. Instead of scarfing down a pain au chocolat at my desk while frantically trying to respond to emails, I actually took a proper lunch break. I made myself a warm, nourishing meal and sat down with a hot cup of tea. and that alone felt phenomenal. I'm not sure if this happens to you, but sometimes I get stuck in negative loops in my mind. These are really hard to break out of. For example, even though I'm already doing a lot, I find myself striving to do more work during the week because I think I have to. This detracts me from things that actually matter. That's why I use two techniques to break free. First, I turn to Seneca. It helps me step outside of my own head and see my situation through much wiser eyes. When I need to get out of my thoughts completely, I've been trying Rob Walker's Scavenger hunt exercise. He wrote the book The Art of Noticing, which is on my reading list. During my long commute on the train yesterday, I randomly picked the color hot pink, which I actually don't like, sorry, and tried to spot as many things as possible that had this color. To my relief, there weren't very many. Actually, I did notice some lovely hot pink things too, like these quirky socks the gentleman in front of me was wearing on the escalator. They had these hot pink candy canes or something on them. Maybe I don't hate it as much as I think. So, who do you invite to your imagination to give you counsel? Or what will you pick in your next scavenger hunt? When things get chaotic, I hope you find your inner philosopher and curious scavenger. And maybe you'll take a proper lunch break too. It really does help. Till next time.